name is Minji Kyung from Youth Cultural Cooperation. Nowadays, when baby comes out to the world, people celebrate the birth of the baby with their family and take care of the baby. The culture of celebrating the birth of one precious life is the same all over the world. However, there are some unique culture of protecting the baby and celebrating the birth in Korea. Then let's talk about the birth story of people from Joseon to nowadays in Korea. When the child was born, people kept the child's umbilical cord in the jar. This jar was called the umbilical cord jar. This jar was the place where the child's umbilical cord was kept in. In the old days, people believed that the umbilical cord had the vitality of the baby, so they kept it preciously. During the Joseon dynasty, the status was divided into noblemen, poor noblemen, which is called jungin, commoners, and slaves. And the method of handling this umbilical cord was different depending on their social status. The noblemen put their umbilical cord in a pot and buried it in the mountains in the good days, and commoners wrapped it in the straw and burned it or buried it in a clean place. Especially in the case of the royal family, the umbilical cord of the prince was considered to be related to the future of the country, so it was specially managed. Even today, some people keep their child's umbilical cord in Korea. If you take a closer look, you can see that there is a small ring next to the umbilical cord jar. This ring held the lid of the umbilical cord jar. The rope was inserted between these rings to connect them to the lid. If you look at this picture, you can see a small jar is inside the umbilical cord jar. In fact, the baby's umbilical cord was all in this small jar, not the entire jar. After putting the umbilical cord in the small jar was placed inside of the bigger umbilical cord jar, and the cloth was wrapped around it to prevent it from rolling around inside of the jar. Sometimes people hung the rope around the jar. This was called umbilical, and the Joseon people used to hang that line in front of the gate for 3 weeks after the birth of the child. Why? Because the umbilical blocked the entrance of home, whether it's an outsider or a bad evil spirit. So it's used to protect the child. In addition, because umbilical meant a sacred place, it was also hung when animals gave birth to babies or made soy sauce or soybean paste. Umbilical looks different when a boy is born and a girl was born. When a boy was born, there are red pepper, charcoal, and pine branch. When a girl was born, there are pine needles and charcoals and papers. Pine trees are known as a tree that is green all year round. So pine branches mean life and charcoal means purification. Red pepper means a boy, but red also frighten away evil spirits. Pine needles mean that a child will sew well when he or she grows up. Paper represents the wealth. Because of 2 different kinds of umbilical, people could easily know a boy was born or a girl was born. Therefore, my explanation is over. Did you have an interesting time? Today, we talked about the umbilical cord and the birth of the child. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.